Sir, I am thankful to the members for the kind words they have said and references that they have made to the Railway Ministry and to the Railway Board. It will not be possible for me to reply to all the points that have been raised here, but I will take the broader questions and try to meet them. The budget has been appreciated that financially it is a sound budget. It has been suggested from certain quarters that the surpluses could be increased if more economy is affected in certain items of expenditure. I have been trying and the railway board too to see whether we could further economize in the various sectors of the running of the railways, and we will continue to do that. It has been appreciated by the whole House that the importance of the transport capacity of the country cannot be overemphasized. I am fully aware that what I have proposed in the budget, that is the enhancement of the capacity for the transport of goods traffic in addition to what has been provided in the 10th 5-year plan, will not be enough to meet the requirements of the country. It is not that we are not aware of that, but we have at the present moment to try to increase the capacity only according to the resources that may be available to us. And when I speak of the resources, I do not mean only monetary resources, but I mean also the material resources. As I have said, I am not going into details. Of course, it is a very relevant point that has been raised by Dr. Kunzru, but I am not going into all those details. All that I say is that even this enhanced capacity will not be sufficient, and the railways will not be in a position to meet all the requirements of the country in the matter of transportation of goods traffic. And I was saying that when we were thinking of resources, we had to keep in view not only the monetary resources but the material resources also. We have never made it a secret that we are in a very tight corner as regards steel, cement, and timber. My honorable friend Dr. Kunzru asked what we were going to do about that, and some honorable members asked whether we cannot think of alternative materials. As the House is perhaps aware, we are spending a steel mission to Europe and other countries to try whether we can secure rails, sleepers, and other steel materials in larger quantities. We are also trying to use more and more wooden sleepers in place of steel sleepers. But there is shortage of wooden sleepers also. Then we are thinking of using concrete sleepers in some of our yards. So we are always trying to replace the materials that are in short supply by the materials which may be in a somewhat easier position. But what I want to emphasize is this, that taking into account all the developments in the country, we are quite conscious of the fact that even this increased capacity for transportation of goods traffic will not be sufficient to meet the requirements of the country. Of course, we are concentrating on the important basic materials like coal, iron, and steel, cement, and food grains, but I am afraid that we will not be in a position to create capacity which will be sufficient for the general merchandise. That was ignored by even in the 8th plan, though we are trying to increase it to some extent. That will not be enough. So it comes to this, that the railway minister will approach the planning commission again, argue with them, and try to impress upon them the necessity of creating additional capacity for the railways. And if we are fortunate to secure some additional allotment from them, we will try our best with our advisors and officers to create additional capacity with the resources available. In this connection, it will not be out of place to make a mention about the various demands that have been made in this house for opening new railway lines in various parts of the country. Sir, I have got briefs about each one of these demands, but I will not take the time of the House in giving reasons why one of them may be taken up during the course of the 10th 5-year plan and why the other may not be taken up. I will only say that demands have been made practically from every state: Andhra, Karnataka, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Kerala, Assam, and I do appreciate that there is necessity of new railway lines practically in every state. There are areas which are far away from the existing railway lines, and if we open up that area, even if nothing is done in that area, if only a railway line is provided, that itself adds to the progress of that area.